Hi, today I'm making a video about how to get headshots with the abysmally bad sniper rifle called the DMR-1. It is the last sniper that you get out of all the others in Infinite Warfare, and it's pretty terrible. The reason it's so bad is because it does not get a one-shot headshot. It's the first sniper, I think, ever to not get a one-shot headshot in Call of Duty, even without stopping power in the previous CODs. Its fire rate is pretty slow, and it only gets 8 bullets in a clip, and you have to land 2 shots to kill them unless they've already taken some damage. Using this method, I was able to get around 6 to 10 headshots per free-for-all game. It just depended on how well I did. And over the course of 2.5 to 3 hours, I got over 110 headshots. You need 160 headshots to complete all the headshot camos, and it takes a very long time, which is why I want to make this video. Also, keep in mind that before you can do the headshot challenges, you have to first get 200 kills with the gun. So any headshots that you got during the first 200 kills will not count, and once you have 200 kills, then you can start working towards those 160 headshots. Also, keep this in mind, as you unlock headshot camos, once you get 20 headshots, 40 headshots, 60 headshots, other camo challenges will become unlocked as well, like getting long shots and things like that. So pay attention to those, and you can also start to work on some of those challenges while you're still working on getting all of the 160 headshots. For your class setup, you're definitely going to want quick draw, and I really recommend stock. That way you can strafe around while aiming. And I also strongly recommend using jammer grenades. That's basically a stun. It slows them down and does not allow them to aim. Unfortunately, unlike in Black Ops 3, stun grenades do not inhibit their boosters, so they still will be able to jump up in the air, but they don't do that all the time. The cryo mines do inhibit boosting, but they can still aim at you just fine, so you might consider the cryo mines, but I would still strongly recommend the jammer grenades. Also, for your perks, I recommend Ghost, just because you don't want to get found every single time there's a UAV. Definitely tack resist, that way you don't get stunned as much by your own jammer grenades, and so you can basically just throw it at the ground when there's someone near you, not get affected, and then they'll be stunned pretty badly and you can get the kill. And for your third perk, you want Marksman, and that's because it reduces flinch a good bit for snipers, and you definitely want to be as accurate as possible, so that's why you want that one. As far as sights go, you're going to be in a lot of close range situations, so the third sight that you unlock, which is Recon, you want to throw that one on. That one's like an ACOG, but then once you unlock ELO, definitely use that. That's basically the same as it was in Black Ops 3, and for those who don't know, it's kind of like a red dot sight, and it's very good for close range and very good for getting those headshots. For your rig setup, it's not as important what you pick, but I recommend not choosing a lethal payload because you want to be getting kills and headshots with your gun. And I also really recommend the Warfighter rig with the resupply trait. Resupply drops a scavenger pack every single time you kill someone, and when you pick that up, you get a stun back. So you can essentially have infinite stuns if you keep getting kills and if you don't waste them. And for the payload, I just use the one that makes you run really fast. I forget what it's called. It might be Overdrive or something. But that one just kind of lets you run circles around people while you stun them, and then that way they can't shoot you as easily, and then you can get the headshot. It actually got me a few, and it was pretty nice. And also, if you just spawn in and you want to just use Overclock or Overdrive, whatever it's called, to just get into an engagement as fast as possible, start running really fast to the next person, then you can use it that way as well. As far as the game mode goes, I really recommend just playing free-for-all. On the less open maps, I feel like it's very easy to just get into one-on-one situations where you can stun the guy, get the headshot, and then move on. In TDM, whenever I see an enemy, I'm almost always going to end up fighting 3 other enemies that are going to pop out of nowhere once I start shooting at him. And depending on the team that you're playing with, your teammates can really just ruin a game of TDM. Not to mention like the fact that you can stun someone and then a teammate can steal the kill. But if the teammates are pushing too much and they're flipping the spawns, then TDM ends up being a lot more unpredictable than free-for-all is. A couple of minor things to add. When you stun someone, obviously you want to move out of their direct line of sight because they can still shoot you. And when you stun someone and you are behind them, the player will do this animation where they kind of duck their head down and cover their eyes, and if you're directly behind them, it actually makes it really hard to hit their head because they kind of tilt their head forward a bit. So that's just a small little thing to keep in mind. Sometimes when you're behind them, it is hard to hit their head, but also don't stand directly in front of them because they can kill you. that about wraps it up for this video. If you have any suggestions, please leave a comment, and other than that, go grind out those headshots. It's not gonna be fun. Thank you for watching.